So today we'll see how to implement IoT Labs practical number 3, and in this particular practical we just have to upload some data to our ThingSpeak channel and see the graph. So let's create a new channel. Let's just name it anything and see this is the field 1. We'll only be using one field, so we'll get a single line graph. And yeah, save the channel, then go to API keys and copy the right API key. Now go to open any text editor. We'll type a Python code. Now in the text editor, firstly make sure you've copied your API key properly. Then you need to have certain imports. So you need HTTP package, then you need urllib.parse package and urllib.request. You need request. Then store your key in a variable named key. For our convenience, we'll store it, and then we'll have an integer. Let's call it temperature. For example, we're uploading temperature data to ThingSpeak, so that's temperature. We'll begin it with 0, and in an infinite loop we'll write this temperature to our ThingSpeak account. So in the while loop you need to make a connection. So let's make first a connection, and for making a connection you require parameters. So we'll store the parameters in another variable, and we'll use the package urllib.parse.urlencode. And the way you saw there was only one field, so we'll mention field 1 as, let's say, our variable t. We are only printing the data of one variable, and our key is stored in key variable. And we'll go on incrementing t so that we have a slanted graph and we can see that it was working well. And then we need certain headers. Headers specify what kind of content is present inside whatever we are sending to our API. So that is content. Now these URLs and stuff, you need not remember it actually, but from an exam point of view it is mandatory to remember. So remember all of these words. So application www-form-urlencoded, and what kind of text are you accepting? Text/plain. This thing is required in any kind of HTTP request you send, so that's a common thing. Then you need to make a connection. Connection is equal to http.client.HTTP capital connection. Inside this you're connecting to api.thingspeak.com, and connection.request. What are you requesting? We're requesting for a post. We are writing data, and update, and you need to pass in params and headers. Now writing this over here is hard, tedious, so we just wrote it above. So yeah, after our connection has been established, what we'll do is we'll get the response from the connection. So get response, and we'll print the response dot status and response dot reason. Yes, and then we'll close the connection. And yes, and we'll also print our temperature variable, so we know what value is being entered in our ThingSpeak cloud API. So yes, so now just try executing it. Python 3 temp.py. Make sure you've saved the program and you're connected to the internet. Okay, so it gives us an OK signal, meaning the data is being uploaded to our API. Let's see. Go to the channel view and you should get a graph over here, meaning our temperature values are being uploaded in an increasing manner, thus we are getting such a graph. And you can use ThingSpeak to upload any kind of data from your Raspberry Pi device or your Arduino device. So that's it for this practical. Thank you so much for watching.